Welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Take Your Position. It's your boy LR bringing you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles in any and everything pop culture. Greetings! And it is a good day today. We have none other than the captain himself. And this is basically the OG captain. This is the 2012 captain. This is the Endgame version, but this is the Endgame 2012 Captain America MMS 563 1/6 scale collectible figure from Endgame. This is from Hot Toys. Man, look, listen, if you missed out on the original 2012, then this is basically a treat for you. Again, this is a piece that I couldn't pass up on. I got a really good deal from this figure. I'll put the link at the bottom where I got it from, do all that later on. But man, listen, this piece is phenomenal. I've always wanted to actually have this one because the color palette was always accurate. It's comic book accurate. Some people may not like the suit. I like it, but again, it is what it is. We have that nice little silhouette of Chris Evans, aka Steve Rogers, Captain America on the front of the box with the A. We have Captain America here, 2012 version right there, Hot Toys at the bottom, movie masterpiece on the side, and this is a slip cover. So it's a slip cover piece where the figure, all the accessories would actually be, but I took the liberty to take all those outside the box, considering the simple fact that you know what time it is and you know what day it is. It's the pose off. So we're going to be actually posing this figure up, giving you some ideas on how you can have it displayed in your detail for whatever display case you may actually have. So without further ado, let's move that box. And what do we have here? None other than the man himself, Steve Rogers, Captain America. Come on, man, with all the accessories outside the box. Now you can see I actually already have the shield on him. I didn't want to take that off, but we do actually have the Steve Rogers figure in front of us right now. This is the 2012 version. We have the hands out on display here. This is the actual case with Loki Scepter. I'll actually bring that out here so you can take a look at it. I already have the scepter inside of the case. Put it in there because I probably won't use it too much. I'm waiting for that 2012 Loki. Once we get that, then basically I'm going to pose him up next to this because I want to kind of recreate the Endgame 2012 version of Loki with this one to kind of recapture that first meeting between Cap and Loki. So that's what I'm gonna probably use that for. You see all the hands we actually have out here, nicely displayed. If you already have this, you can recognize the color here. Nice little glossy feel with that. I do love that. Love the material of those hands. So we did get some decent quality here. And we have that Chris Evans head sculpt. Look at that. Steve Rogers, Chris Evans. That is phenomenal. I love this head sculpt. It is on point. The detail, the quality in that. Now be careful when you actually get this figure and you're taking this off, because you don't want to mess up that neck peg. It is kind of hard. It's a pain to get it in, so be cautious when you do that because you don't want to break it. I'm not going to break mine, but I actually have this head sculpt off and I have the helmeted version on for this particular reason because that's how I'm going to actually have pose off my detail. Speaking of which, let's take a look at that. That is Steve Rogers. That is Chris Evans. I love this suit. I love the tailoring on the suit. I already have the shield on it. Look at all that. Look at that design. And I already have them on the figure stand. You already know what time it is and what I'm trying to actually do with this. But nice, decent accessories that you actually get with this figure. The quality we actually get into it. I love it. So glad to have it. And again, I'm just going to get them posed up, so I can't wait. And I know you can't wait, so let's just dive on into it. This is Captain America 2012 Endgame version. You already know what time it is. Let's go. And we are back. And as you can see, this is Cap in his normalized, I want to say, hero pose. Now, you might see my hands in this a tad bit, and that's just because I'm just kind of making sure it doesn't topple over. It was a bitch trying to get this thing to stand up the way I wanted it to, but I think I managed to get it this time, so I think it's okay. But again, this is a hero pose for Cap. Again, it's with the color scheme itself. It lends it lends a lot to this figure because this is the comic accurate color of Cap in the books, and this is pretty much probably why I like this suit so much. That it is sort of like a comic accurate version. It's sort of like it's straight out of the I want to basically say now there were a couple of iterations of this suit itself, and straight out of the comics itself, that lend a lot of credence to the character, that, you know, pretty much I love, and why I love the character so much, why I love Cap, and what he stands for. But this was more so in the Ultimate version of Cap. There were different renditions, but this is more like an Ultimate version. It's like they pulled it pretty much out of the books. They ended that run once they kind of, you know, made one single universe, but there is still like you know, we have Earth 616. We have so many different versions, but again, they kind of ended it. But this particular version of Cap is, you know, pretty much the upscale modern times. But I do like the color. I do like the stands. I like the pose. You know, him with the actual shield in his arm as usual, hand cocked out to the side, legs standing. And this is a pose that you can pull off in the stand, I mean in your display, without the actual stand. It's not that hard to pull it off, but again, I just had to do it because I had it on a rotating table. I didn't want it to fall off. But yeah, a lot of presence with this one. And yeah, I'm loving it, man. Tell me what you think. This is something for you, you know, individuals that, and I have to also reinforce the simple fact that this material that they use for the suit, it now, as it's restraining as it is, it still, you know, breathes well. It moves with the character. It's sleek. So you don't have to worry about damaging. It falls right back into place. So pretty much that's why I love it. But yeah, tell me what you think about this. I love it. I pretty much love it. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull off more of a dynamic option, but yeah, I love it. Just the way I'm looking at it right now. So again, happy I got this figure. If you have it, I'm pretty sure you'll be happy as well. Let's move on to the next pose. And we are back. So just wanted to basically start this one out with just a standard character pose. This is what we always do. So it's a character pose. This is how you would normally see Cap in his stance. Again, there's not limited articulation with it, but this suit is a bit restrained in the shoulders. So there's only but so much you can actually do with him. But again, just demonstrating the essence of Cap and what he represents. So again, it's just that standard, you know, character pose that we actually get with him, with his, in his stance, with his shield on guard up in front of him. And I kind of wanted to play on that. I wanted to kind of give you the angles the way, you know, you're going to actually see him right outside the box. Just kind of play around with it a bit. You know, this is how you can get some really good photography with this figure, depending on the angles and depending on how you have it positioned. But yeah, I do like that. I like the positioning on that. I like the character design. I like the material. But again, it's all about the pose and how it's going to be captured in your collection. So as you can see it does give you some really good angles here with this, man. This is what I like about this figure, is that it's really good quality detail. And with the right lighting, you can pull off some really good stuff, man. So I do love this. Definitely love this piece. So this is just the start, but we're going to move on to our next pose. Let's go. And we are back. So this next pose, I want to kind of demonstrate a bit of a trick. Now, the thing is, with this figure, we're working with sort of limited articulation because the suit is very restricting. Not as articulate as we want it to be. So now what I'm basically doing is relying on the stand itself to help me with angles. So again, we want to give it an indication that he is running with the shield in front of him to protect himself. But this is basically, we always get Steve Rogers in that running motion. This is what we know him for. So what I'm going to do is I want to give it that motion as if he is basically running, but he's running into the heat of attack. So as you can see from this angle, I sort of have the shield tilted up. His head is basically leaning slightly down with the shield up, where you can only see the visual of his eyes, which I'll kind of pan in there so you can see. You see basically what all you can see is his eyes slightly a bit with the shield in front of him. I want to have it to where it's slightly protecting him, arm out while he's basically running, but the shield slightly up to give it that. So basically, if you see from this side, I'll actually bring it out a bit. If you see it from this side, you see that he has the shield in arm and it's protecting him as he's running. This arm is back. And again, I have him on this particular dynamic stand because it's going to give me the motion that I'm looking for. So as you can see, and we want to actually bring it back a little bit, his leg is out. The right leg is tilted out. I have a bit of waist tilt there, not too much where it's going to damage the material. This leg is tilted back by the stand. And then what I want to do here is, as you can see, if I can move this forward, I want to have it slightly leaning. So he's slightly leaning as if to give it that running motion, because we're not going to run this straight line, and we know him, he's protecting himself. So we have that arm tilted back, and again, this is tilted forward, shield to protect his face, on guard. We want to lean that up a slight bit. So there we go, there we go. So I'm getting exactly what I want from that angle. Slope that hand up a little bit, and there we go. So again, even though it's restricting, we can still give it the motion that we want, giving him a bit of a dynamic pose. And this is basically Steve Rogers running, as you can actually see. A bit of play on angles there, if you see it, that running motion, shield tilted up, but he is running. So I want to give it that, and I'll bring the camera out so you can take a look at that and see. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to capture. Just him in that running motion, Steve running. It's a bit of play on angles. I do like that. I like what we get from that. And yeah, just a little playful, just to give him that. So you can see basically he's running, just in motion. I'll bring it out like that. Yeah, beautiful. That looks really good. So I like that. So just wanted to kind of show you how you can kind of play with it, trick the camera into believing that he's running, you know, at the same time, again, he's really restricted. You can't really get the arms too high, but we do what it does, and we make it do what it do. So yeah, I like that. Next pose. Before we move forward, I just wanted to give another angle of, you know, that this is what we know about Cap. But again, if you get it from this particular angle, you can't even actually see that he's on the stand. Of course, you get the stand in motion there. But again, it's not having a waist grabber visible. It is around his leg there, but the shield sort of like this hides it a bit. So you can't really see too much of it. But again, it's in his running pose. I do have it angled behind the legs, so you can't really tell. So if you get the photo from a certain angle, if you look at it from right there, it looks incredible. So just wanted to kind of dip in and show you how that would look. I do like this cap. Come on, man. This is this traditional cap. All day, every day. Let's go. And we are back, and for the last hurrah, I thought I would actually bring in, you know, Cap's partner in crime, Bucky. You gotta have Bucky. Whenever there's Cap, you know there's Bucky. Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. I had to bring him in. This is a slept-on figure as well. If you manage to get your hands on the Civil War Bucky, or not the Civil War, the Infinity War Bucky, I'm telling you, it's something to behold. I love this figure. But anyway, I thought I would actually put him in with Cap, have them both in the heat of battle, back to back, side by side, as they should be. I love these characters. I love the camaraderie. I love the chemistry between both, on screen and off. You know, Bucky has always been, you know, that pillar of strength for Cap. Best friends, more like brothers in arm. And again, to see them two always on screen and in the comics it's been a marvel. pun intended. But yeah, I like this. I like this pose. Let me actually just go up here, because like I said, you'll get a chance to see, you know, just from angles, certain angles, how it would actually look. I like the presence with this figure, and then this cap. I'm telling you, if you don't have the 2012 cap, get it. It is a specimen. It's an incredible piece. I love it. Only thing I'll tell you to be careful of is the neck joint. Whenever you're swapping out the heads, be careful, because you don't want to break it. Look at that right there. Love that. But yeah, I'm even considering getting a second one, just to kind of, you know, toy around and pull off that scene. I was only going to get one because I was waiting for the Endgame 2012 Loki to kind of pair up with Cap. I just wanted to recreate that 2012 scene when they meet up for the first time, but I don't know. We'll play around it and see how it goes. But anyway, I do love this Cap. Look at that. I love that right there. That's incredible. I might even get a photo of that. I know I'm going to get a photo of that, but I love this piece. If you love it, if you love this pose, again, not too much. It's very simple. Again, like I said, there's not too much you can do with the suit, and I didn't want to damage it or push it any further than I had to, but I do like some of the stuff that I'm getting from it. It's quality. So again, if you like the poses, if you like everything that we're actually bringing to you on this channel, I'm bringing to you on this channel, I do appreciate that. Thank you. Also, thanks everybody. I've actually reached 2K subscribers, so I'm extremely happy for that. The channel's continue to grow. It's been a journey of mine, and I'm so happy about it. But anyway, I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying Take Your Position. If you are, just let me know. And like I said, we'll continue to bring some content. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And as always, prepare for my next adventures. As LR for the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Take Your Position. I will put the link at the bottom where I actually got this figure from, as well as all the other figures. You already know that. But yeah, 2012 Cap. What can I say? Endgame. All day, every day. I appreciate it, and I love it. Love you guys. Again, don't be afraid, and always take your position. We are out.